What's up guys, Josh here from Mixing Mango. I just want to talk a bit about the update which happened on the 13th of May. So it was a bit of a surprise that was actually on Monday, and with the update they released the Nexus, which is this new low level prayer training method. It doesn't really interest me. You can only get a maximum of around 40 to 50 KXP, so it is only aimed at low level players because it will get them from like 1 to 40 prayer from doing this activity. The main focus of the video isn't on that update, but the one thing I will say about it is it's going to be kind of dead content after a while, because like it's only something you do once and it's only for new players really, so at least they'll have something to do for prayer. But I think like if people who aren't a new player, then it's not really useful. But yeah, so that was the main update this week. But this is the patch notes for this week. So this is all the other like minor updates they did with it. So I just want to go through a couple of them. You can check this out. I actually found if I remember, I'll leave a link in the description. But if you go on the news post for the Nexus, you scroll down to the bottom, you can find links to the patch notes. But I'll try and put a link in the description if I remember. Okay, so most of this is just graphical stuff. Nothing too major about that. Let's see. Then just quest stuff. Skill, some mini games. Tazar, this one's kind of interesting. Doesn't really affect me at the moment, but they've kind of fixed the Brink of Extinction quest, so like the bosses isn't as hard and you can actually do it now properly. So that's some Tazar stuff there. The main thing I wanted to talk about was this other section. So first thing, doesn't affect me at the moment, but it's this player imports section. So player imports armor now has a higher value when calculating items on death. So before, Nexus and Dragons would protect over player imports gear, even though player imports gear took months to get, and Nexus and Dragons just need money. So now they've increased this. I'm not sure what to, and obviously I've never died of ports gear, so like I don't have to worry about that at the moment. But I'm hoping it will now protect over Nexus. I'm not sure about Dragons because Dragons are actually a higher level gear than the level 80 player imports gear. So I'm not really sure what they've done with that, but hopefully at least next sets it will protect over. So that is most so that's that one. They've fixed an aura which I never used, but apparently that was broken. Some other stuff as well. The other things I want to focus on were these last two. So I'll just quickly go over the first one. The Godwall's armor now have their prayer bonus back, so that was taken away when they released the update on the 30th of April, so the combat related update and Godwall's, so that is now being restored. They also restored the next armor prayer bonus, I think it was last week, so that's back as well. So that's obviously nice to see. I think so BCP now has 2 prayer bonus. I think before it only had 1, and then all the other bundle pieces just have 1, so I'm guessing that's the Armadillo chestplate and the Garb of Subjugation will also have 2 prayer bonus as well. So like that's quite nice. I don't actually know what prayer bonus does, to be honest, but it does help. That's all I know really. So it's always nice to have. So the last one I want to focus on is this Calphite King and QBD update. So I haven't actually tried Calphite King after the update, so I can't really talk about that. Although I will talk about something I did see on Reddit about that. QBD I have actually been doing, and it's a noticeable update. So I haven't got any gameplay of the new QBD, but it is definitely different. So with Drygores, before I was using Drygores and extreme sets, and I could get about 3-minute kills, just under 3-minute kills, so that was 2 kills per super anti-fire dose. Now I can get back to 2.5-minute kills, which is 2 kills per prayer renewal, and that is pretty much exactly the same as it was before the combat and God Wars update. So that is quite a nice update they put out there. Definitely means QBD is better money, and the drops are rising for some reason, so that's always nice to see as well. So yeah, QBD is easier. The also good thing about this is before the God Wars update, QBD just like couldn't be hit without if you didn't have Drygors. So hopefully this is, while it's made it easier for Drygors, hopefully it's also got less defense, like level 80 gear, so Chaotix and the Royal Crossbow, stuff like that. Because like before I tried it for Chaotic Maul and it just did not hit at all. I think I did kill it, but I had to use a full amount of food. Whereas now, it might actually be slightly easier than before the update. But I can get 2 kills per prayer renewal, so that's 2 kills every 5 minutes, and also at least 4 kills in invent. So that's actually pretty good. Actually, no, I can get 2 kills in invent, but I now take a War Torp, and that gives me 6 kills in invent minimum. So that's actually really good, and that is, if you're wondering, that's the invent of Rocktails and the War Torp of Sharks. So like, if you had a better setup, you could probably do even better, and that's with Bandos as well. So yeah, QBD isn't like it's the same as it was before the God Wars update, and maybe even slightly easier now. In terms of Kalphite King, apparently this is a lot easier than how it was before. So now, like, it's obviously best to use the style that the Kalphite King's weak against, but Drygors now will actually hit more. And so I think, so what I saw on Reddit was a post about this and if it's actually worth doing after this update, and people were saying that you can actually duo and trio it effectively now again. So you might still need to bring a mage switch, but at least Drygors will be hitting more. So like, if you wanted to just do like a 5-man, you could probably still do Drygor teams and do it effectively still. So that's definitely nice. Obviously, like, the Kalphite King should be hard, but Drygors are the best weapons in the game, so they should be hitting pretty well against the Kalphite King, which they are doing. And it is a group boss, so like, while it might seem like it is too easy, you are supposed to do it in like 5-mans and higher, so you are doing quite a lot of damage to it, especially with Drygors. One thing I will say is I'm glad that Nex isn't on this list, because I actually quite like where Nex is at the moment. Like, you need good equipment now in terms of like sort of support roles, I guess. So you definitely do need extremes or overloads, and you do need turmoil to do Nex. But in terms of gear, like, you can solo in Dragon. Okay, that's like, you don't need the gear really. You probably do need Drygors. I haven't seen any Chaotix, so you probably do need Drygors, but like, the gear doesn't matter too much, and Drygors are fairly cheap now as well. So if you do want to do Nex, like, soloing takes a bit more skill, but it's still doable. And also, like, you might need bigger teams if your gear isn't that good, but you can definitely still get decent duos and trios as well, just with like Bandos really, or even Barrows. So that's really nice to see, and so we're going to try and do get some Nex duos done, me and Michael. So we'll see if it's actually possible still, and then give that a go and hopefully get some drops. Last thing I'll mention is a lot of these drops are rising now, which is very nice to see. So Nex gears are going up, Bandos is going up. I'm not sure if all God Wars armor is, but definitely Bandos is. Like, I got a BCP like a couple of days after the update for like 8.5 mil, and now it's 10 mil, 10 mil plus. So that is definitely going up, and apparently Drygors are going up as well. So there's a bit more profit to be made at Kalphite King as well. So that is basically all the updates that happened. You can read through the rest, but those are the main ones I wanted to focus on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later.